Ah! Sorry, I forgot to add myself to the screen. But welcome in, family. Welcome to another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host and international award winning Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. So pumped up to say that each and every time I say it, and it gets better each and every time I say it too. But I ask you guys if you would please share this episode out. Invite all kinds of people to watch it. Don't forget to give us all kinds of thumbs up and hearts. Heck, you can even give us frowny faces, cry faces. Get mad at us. I don't care. Just help us trick the algorithm on one of the socials that we're on. And then I also ask you if you would please keep the comments coming. We want to have more of a conversation than make a presentation. So your comments definitely help out with that. With no further ado, though, I would like to bring to the stage Mr. Tom. Hello, Tom. How are you this evening?
Very good, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
I am so glad to hear that. If you would like to go ahead and go through a short introduction about yourself, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do, I would absolutely love that.
Absolutely, Jeff. My name's Tom Dorney. I'm originally from Queens, New York. I'm one of 8 kids. Basically, what I do in a nutshell is I advocate for veterans and other people in need. So I do a lot of connecting and collaborating is what I do for the greater good.
That is amazing. I have to say, I absolutely love what you do. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm inviting some people here, but I am paying attention. So,
Absolutely.
I know personally because you see, when I was 17 years old, I spent 2.5 months in a coma after a severe car accident. I wasn't supposed to be walking right now, but I am. And I know that people go through things in life. And if you just go through things in life, you don't actually get through those things. You often repeat those things. So I believe that you have to grow through things in order to get through things. So, has there been anything in your life that you have had to grow through?
Oh, I mean, life is constant change and getting used to change and transition and things. But recently I've gone through a divorce. I've moved to another section of the country. I'm living now down in Southwest Florida. So going through a divorce process is like a mourning process. It's loss. Um, Trying to get used to doing things on your own, making your decisions on your own again, things of that nature. And then moving to a total different part of the country. It's different people, could be
Yeah.
different culture I've met. So it's been a learning experience again for me. I'm not afraid to learn or change, but it's a major thing in your life after you've been with someone, 22 plus years, numerous
22 years?
22 years of marriage,
Wow.
25 years of knowing the woman. You settle down to your life, your house, your surroundings, your friends, and then all of a sudden it abruptly changes.
Wow.
So, you know, um, the marriage was kind of ending for 2 or 3 years. It was a transition into something already, but had to make that honest call of do I need to move on. So I made that tough decision, and took all my things. Originally, I went out to Colorado for a couple of months around the holidays and the New Year. I was living on a wolf dog sanctuary, which was a trip.
I've actually seen that on TV, I believe.
Yes, it was a trip. It was awesome, but you're getting away from. I had things to deal with. I moved on, but I didn't start to deal with anything yet. So I took the new year seriously. I drove to Florida. I got here January 3rd and hit the ground running. I had work to do. I had to figure out my own finances. I had to grow up again, so to speak. This is serious stuff.
Yeah.
You have bills to pay. Learn finances all over again because I didn't do it day in and day out. So, and then start to go out and meet new people, new job, new people, new surroundings, and meet new people was always good for me. I'm always loving meeting new people, but you got to be a people person to do what I do. But so it was a lot of fun, but the transition was rough for me. I got involved with a really cool church. I got to get involved in things bigger than myself is how I keep going. So, and try and have an impact on things around me in the community. So.
Yes, that's very cool. So I want to say hello to a few people. We have my dad who is watching. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate that. I love you.
Hey,
And
Dad.
then we also have, all right, now I'm gonna butcher this name. So it's Jatomu, I guess. But he's watching us from Painesville, Liberia. So, international show. I also want to extend the hello to Ben Bruce of Fane Jr., who's watching us from the Seychelles, and Adam Mark Robinson, who watches us from the United Kingdom. And it's just awesome the amount of people that I've met through doing this show. And I find that to be fascinating.
Yes.
So I'm curious. May I ask why the marriage ended after, what did you say, 23 years?
22, almost 23 years. I can sum it up with a phrase my mother told me as things started to go awry, excuse me, and was watching what was going on with me. Basically, my wife was taking the Tom out of Tom. It was a situation where she wanted to go a different course, a different way than what I naturally wanted to do with myself. I was doing things I was passionate in doing, and it kind of broke us apart that way. So I'm not going to say it's your standard divorce thing, but you kind of fall out of that groove. Your things and your priorities in your life change, and marriage is a give and take. It's a compromise, and you get into a major thing in your life, and a major life decision. Is this what's right for me? It wasn't right for me anymore.
And I think it is very important to say that we need, as people, everybody needs to take care of themselves at one time or another. And it's important that we learn that before it is too late, because once it is too late, we're going to be lost.
Yes.
Everything that we know is normal is going to be lost. And I don't want people to experience that. So I think it is very important that we take care of ourselves now, because even if, say, you have kids, which I don't know if you do, but let's say you can't take care of a kid if you're not taking care of yourself first.
Absolutely.
And I know that people always say that kids come first, and I understand where they're coming from. But at some point, they cannot come first. At that point, some point, you're going to have to take care of yourself first. You're going to have to figure out something that you can do to better your situation. So you were talking a little bit about a church there. Now, I don't want to get too religious or anything, but I'm curious how this church has helped you, and what have they provided you?
I'm not religious either. I'm more spiritual, but the church goes by real love, real people, and it's true community. Um, you know, being raised in a church where you're spoken at instead of spoken to.
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable environment where you have, the head pastor and the different pastors are talking to you like they're real people, real life situations. It is a Christian church. I am Christian. I try and lead my life as Jesus intended me to do. I've been blessed that way and fortunate. I've met some people like yourself, people I run around with that have experienced things in life that a couple of individuals too, that they're walking miracles. There is no reason why they should still be alive, but they are.
Yeah.
I knew an individual that actually flatlined 7 times
Wow.
and has come back, and he feels he was chosen and blessed. And I get his name is it chosen leadership. Just look him up. Timothy Payne. He was blown up in Afghanistan and flatlined 7 times, and
Wow.
and has lived a life. He's one of the foremost wounded warrior athletes in the world, and still going and doing some amazing things. So I've been blessed that way. God has put people in my life like yourself, Tim, Matt Curran, different people who have experienced things, and life is experience. And I try and pass on that experience and that knowledge whenever I can. It helps me. Helping people helps me.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, it's my medicine.
Yeah, exactly right. That it's said that, well, I know it's true, but like when we help somebody else, that actually does help us. It
Yes.
gives us a boost of endorphins and dopamine and some other chemicals that just makes us feel better. And at that time, it's like, wow, just for helping somebody. So I go out now and I compliment other people on things all the time. Now, sometimes that might get me in trouble, but it's nice to go out and be able to put a smile on somebody's face,
Absolutely.
because when they get that smile, I automatically smile too. And,
Absolutely.
and so I'm kind of doing it for selfish reasons, but at the same time, I'm making them feel good.
Yes.
So you have to, well, you don't have to, but can you let us in on some lessons that you have taken away from your experience?
Um, my main thing I've had to learn through my early life and recovery and just living life day to day, which makes it a lot easier, is gratitude. I have to find something in that day that I'm grateful for. And if I start to lose that, then I feel it. So that you could call it another medicine. It got straight out gratitude.
Yes, gratitude is one of those amazing things in life. And that is one of my key points too, that we have to be thankful for everything, every ability that we have, everything in our life, every person in our life, every experience that we have, because each and every one of those things are important and they can be taken away in the blink of an eye. And
Absolutely.
that is very important. So I love gratitude, and I know it wasn't one of the questions, but do you have any other lessons that you have learned?
Oh wow. Lessons that I have learned. Um, I got into a mode at the end of our marriage of starting to take them and things for granted.
Ooh.
You're talking gratitude, but you start to take things for granted that that's not good. I don't like when someone does it to me,
No,
and
doesn't feel
obviously
good.
towards we were taking each other. We were both taking each other for granted, and that's a double whammo. So it obviously it didn't result well. So yeah, you can't. I can't take situations and people for granted. I gotta take and keep things on face value because and the judging. I, I can't judge people anymore. As you just said before, people's putting these people and these situations in my life for a reason. And I heard my mother say it to me maybe 3,000 times the past 3 years. Everything happens for a reason.
So true. So I am one of those people that believes that life doesn't happen uh to you, but life happens for you. You
Yes,
just have to figure out the lesson in those downfalls. You have to figure out the lesson from those adversities, because I believe that each one of those is trying to teach us something that we need in order to get past that situation.
absolutely.
So I know this isn't on the show layout either, but what exactly does make every second count mean to you?
Um, I try to bring forth the best me all day, every day. I I uh, I can't I can't get into a negative mindset or try not to get into a negative mindset. I do customer relations day in and day out now, customer service. You're dealing with people. People are angry. I'm just there to help you. Just keep your cool. I'm here to help. How can I help? What can we do? So very Very, very simple. Very, very simple. I just got to stay in a positive mindset.
Do
Take,
you
take.
happen Do
Go
you
ahead.
have any tips for people to stay in that positive mindset,
Uh,
especially in a world that is trying to get you out of that positive mindset all the time?
um, deal with the situation of the person with a smile.
Yeah.
It goes a long. It goes a long. It goes a long, long, long way. When sometimes you have that rough day, and you walk into the store or you walk in somewhere, and something as simple as someone holding the door open for you,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I try and get into all those mottos and all those things. It's just pass it forward, things of that nature. Just smile. Start something off with a smile. And like yourself, getting into situations where I find, at church, there's a little kid smiling or something's going on, and you go and say something. You go, am I going to get in trouble? Oh my God, I'm talking to a child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a safe environment. I do it in the supermarket too, making faces at the girl in front of me, and the mother turns around like, "What the hell are you doing with my kid?" I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make them smile. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
was actually just up in Michigan City, Indiana, at a outlet mall with my nieces and stuff. And my dad and I were sitting there on the bench, and this little kid goes running by and he jumps this puddle. I'm like, wow, you got some jumps, man. You got the ups. And the mom looks at me like, what? And while I understand that you're not supposed to talk to kids, kids are so impressionable. And if you make their day a little better, then they're hopefully going to make their parents' day a little better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But tread lightly.
Yeah. So I need to say that Robert Brooker joined us, and he is from somewhere in Canada, and he says I'm digging Tom's accent.
How you doing?
How you doing? So, if anybody has any questions for Tom, I'd be happy to have him answer them. So, please put them in the comments. And then, excuse me, gosh. And then I'm curious, like, what, how would you suggest a person out there finds the gratitude in every day? I'm making you think.
Yeah. At the end of a long day, it's all good. Um, Back to positivity. I mean, try and change your frame of mind. I mean, you could be having a long day, or we're driving around these days and someone cuts you off, or someone's twigging out over here. Um, you don't know what's going on in their life,
No.
and it's, I mean, I try and go against. I'm my father's son, but the one thing, main way I want to try and be different than my father is I practice what I preach. At least
Yeah.
I try to. And I try to every day. I'm like, one thing I do not want to be is a hypocrite. And it's just try and get in your mind and think about somebody else. Everyone these days is always me, 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 me.
Yeah.
And get out of yourself and think of the other person, the other situation, and give them the benefit of the doubt.
That's great advice. I absolutely am loving that advice. But where have you taken all your lessons from?
Day to day living life, man. Look,
Yeah.
I'm a sponge, and I love watching, observing people, and I'm not smarter than your average bear. I just you know what I mean. Everyone goes all this different things you've done and cool stuff and whatever. I mean, the last 3 years, most of my life, believe it or not, growing up, I was very shy.
Yeah.
Now people think I'm full of it, but it's like, you know, what made you go out to Colorado? And I said, are you kidding me? To go out there and play in 2 different properties with over 100 wolf dogs? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? It's like I would have regretted not going.
Yeah.
Things like that. Make that call, make that decision, and go with it. And it's like, wow, I haven't regretted a move yet.
That's so good.
Knock
Regrets
wood.
are not good. Regrets will drag you down. So I'm curious, Tom, do you have any contact information you would like people out there to have?
Well, basically social networking there on Facebook. It's just simply Tom Dorney, Dorney. Website that I have with a nonprofit is called vetunite.org. And I basically stick there. My contact information is on VetUnite. My cell number is out there. It's probably out there too much, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm getting all those spam calls and all that other BS. But you can Google me, Tom Dorney VetUnite, and it will all pop up. You know, the different things, experiences have I had. What experience? Experiences have I had. Convened communities. I'm wearing the hat here. It's a major all-in-one platform I'm part of. Hope and Build. We're going to come out with a new version here coming soon. Our conference is in October in Winston-Salem. It's a place where people like us can move and groove and meet other fabulous people that are trying to make an impact. And it's a major connecting and collaborating and education site. What is it based on? Real people and real experiences. So you got to love it. I mean, I that's come across my path as well. It's been amazing.
That's really cool. So I need to say thank you, Tom. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy evening at the end of this long day to be here with me and my peeps. And I just want to extend the hugest thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure, and I'm honored to. It's a great show. I've been on it before. A lot of people have been on it before. I got some people I sending your way to be on again. Mike Damon, my partner from Vet Unite.
Yeah.
He's on a big ride right now. It's called the Hookahee Motorcycle Challenge. It's basically based on Lakota people where they drive around thousands of miles around the country and they honor the local people, the indigenous people of this country. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. But you guys out there, including you, Tom, need to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. You have to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds will run out on your one life. I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But until then, have a fantastic week. Thanks again, Tom. Have a great night.
You too, bud. Thank you.